Why are you all the way over there? Shit together. Now he's so close. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to UncutAlly. Dealing with some tomfoolery in this bitch with Chris.
I'm Chris.
But I'm Allie. And if... Oh, this is too loud. If you don't remember, we fucking fucked, you know? No. Doesn't sound right. We got fucked by Yuffie and Leon. And I was supposed to look up what to do, but I did not. But that's okay. Welcome back. We're gonna do it again until we successfully do it. Last time I ranted, and thanks Mom, you're adorable for sharing. And it was her first time sharing, and she shared it 3 times on her Instagram story at different font levels, and it was just really cute. Touching the mic. It's not yours.
It is.
Oh. Today I'm gonna... How are you, first of all?
I'm good.
Not you.
Oh. It's another day, everybody.
Another day, another law school drama.
I'm excited.
Today I'm going to rant about my law school drama. I will not name much, but long story short, a professor cold called me on the question that I knew I was going to get wrong. And I knew I was going to get it wrong. One, he never went over this rule. It's a contract rule. He never went over it. This is the first time I heard of it when he made me read it out loud.
That's the worst.
But he has an affinity for not remembering what he teaches in class or even communicating properly with us. Not only that, though, he cold calls me on it as I expected him to, because I've every time I've gotten cold called, I knew I was getting cold called.
How do you know?
And every time it's been on like the one case that I'm like, you know, if you could ask me any question about any other case or any other question on, because it was like a makeshift quiz where it's like not for credit, it's just to like comprehension check yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we go over it in class. You could have asked me any other question, I would have fucking gotten it right. But not only was this something we had never talked about, as are many things that he brings up and expects us to know, and is always like, you guys need to be knowing this, like you need to pay attention. And it's like, sir,
sounds like some bullshit, Allie.
it is not me. Maybe if you knew how to teach, it would be okay.
Wow.
But anyway, it also had a typo. But I'm very polite about it, you know? So he cold calls me and I'm like, this is the question I had the most trouble with because of the typo. Because there was a typo in it. But now that, because he read it in the correct way that he wanted it. Which makes it make sense. I still would have gotten it wrong, again. But that's not the issue. I'm fine getting shit wrong. What I don't like is getting shit wrong over some bullshit.
Right.
Which is what this was.
It was bullshit?
See ya.
It sure was, buddy. So then when I say this, he responds.
What did you say? Word for word?
I mean, it was
Roughly.
8 in the morning, buddy.
That's like a year ago.
It feels like a year. What did I say?
Yeah.
I basically said... I already said what I said. You know, I was confused by this question the most because of the typo, but now that you say it out loud, I understand it. But he also likes talking over people and not actually listening to the people that he calls on, because he just seems to have an ego that is satisfied by talking over people and being the smartest in the room and putting other people down. He called what he does bullying today.
Oh, wow.
Which was lovely. Even if he meant it jokingly, I don't care.
You can't say that, though, you know? Especially after that's, like, what is happening.
It's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Like, it's funny if it's, like, they're very nice, like, I'm just bullying you. Like, it's, you know, then it's like, oh, you're obviously not. It's kind of funny, you know? That doesn't seem like that's what this...
No. So he responds to me, basically. I mean, my brain is sort of Oh, my god, did you see me get fucking cornered?
Yeah.
Oh my god, everyone healed me. Okay.
Well, that's good.
So, he basically responds with, let me make this clear. Let's get one thing clear. There's no typo. And then he reads it out loud in 2 different grammatically correct ways, which are not the way that it's typed.
That's insane.
So I respond. I get very shaky now because I am angry, 1, and 2, this is in front of my entire class. I'm embarrassed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I had gotten the question wrong, that wouldn't have even been an issue. My issue is with how he responded. So then he's like, there's no typo. I strike your excuse. And I was like, oh, we're doing this.
That's insane.
So I respond. You guys can't see my face, but I was like, okay. And then I faked that my connection like went out a little bit because my brain could not deal with whatever like was going on.
Yeah. I remember I was like half awake during this part and I heard you like pretend your connection went out. And then I went back to sleep. I was like, aw, she's so cute. I hope the internet's not broken, is what I was thinking at this time. Oh man, this is intense. Oh wow, we're doing great. Shardy had almost half. But yeah, everyone, I was sleeping during her class, as I do, because it's 8 a.m. I'm not gonna wake up for that. But sometimes I hear her and it's the cutest thing ever. And I heard her and I was like, oh, she's in cold college, she's doing so well. Little as I know, this bullshit was going on. Later find out. Side note,
I just killed Yuffie.
You're killing it. How did you do that so easily this time?
Anger? Anger fueled me.
Yeah, that's true.
So then I feigned my connection, cutting out.
Yeah. Ooh. Getting some good hits on him. Wow. Alright, they're halfway done.
We're halfway there. Oh god, oh god. Oh fuck.
Not this part. Not this part. What do we do about this part?
Fucking avoid him. So anyway.
It's too big.
I feigned that it cut out because I you know when you're like get so like worked up and nervous, like you can't think.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even like listen to what he was asking me subsequently, because that's not a proper response as a professor. You do not get defensive or get an attitude with your student when they correct you. All that shows to me is that like he's not sure of himself. Like only people who are insecure put other people down like that. If you are a defensive person, there's something wrong with you. So I fully plan on going to his office hours tomorrow and talking to him about it.
Of course, because it's some bullshit. Seriously.
I'm really upset because I am not the type of person that like, if I got something wrong, yeah, I'd be embarrassed, but I'd deal with it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not on the professor. I should understand, or, you know, it's not something that I would be this worked up over.
Right. You would definitely suck, but you'd be alright.
Exactly. Like, I'm a big girl. I have thick skin enough for that.
Yeah. No, a few times he's hit you hasn't been too bad.
Well, that's fucking awful. Oh my god, we did it!
Alright. Good shit. Goofy didn't do anything.
It's just the way that he said that to me was really demeaning and so defensive. Like, even if let's say there wasn't a typo, which there is. I went over it so many times. I've talked to so many of my friends in my class about it. I talked to Chris about it. Like, I'm like, this is a very clear typo.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, when you read, I get why he thought it wasn't. Because when you're reading something that you wrote, your brain replaces it.
Yeah, that's why I need all my tweets to be proofread by you.
But, like, that's a skill that you have to learn. Like, how are you a contracts professor and you don't know how to proofread? Everything that he's given us has had typos on typos, and anything he says is so unclear. Like, I cannot stand how this man communicates. Oh, that's cute. What makes a strong heart? If you had to ask, you're not a hero. So anyway. What was I? Right, so it's just really not cool.
No,
You know,
that's just bullshit.
that's not how you speak to a student, especially like when I'm right. But even if I was wrong, let's say, like, you would say, like, oh, I can see how you thought. Like, even if I was completely off.
Yeah.
You are polite to a student. You are polite to anybody. You don't fucking talk to somebody that way. You know what I mean? Like, it really upset me because that's not how anyone should talk to somebody, especially a professor. He's very demeaning and very putting down his students. And it's really sad.
It's so sad. Because,
I'm
like,
not doing
you shouldn't.
this alone right now, but thanks.
No. He shouldn't. I mean, especially like you said, he's a contract professor. Like, this is what you'd expect least. Like,
exactly. And it's not even like he's an awful professor in person, but then he's also an awful professor, like, speaking.
Yeah.
Not speaking, in oral and written communications, like, he's just not good. So I'm not enjoying him. I am not enjoying my class, which should be my favorite class. But
No, you love contracts.
You don't talk to anybody like that, especially a student who's learning. He expects excellence from us, and I completely get that, and I'm not trying to give less than that. But if you expect excellence from me, I'm gonna expect excellence from you, and what I'm getting from you is subpar work.
Yes.
It's absolutely awful. Like, I am getting incorrect. First of all, he changes what he wants every day in the same answers. He can actually the same question, you can give them the exact answer, like, that he gave, and he'll, like, be like, well, you know?
That's insane. He never wants anyone to be right.
He's the only person who can be right, and it's so aggravating. Like, law school's hard enough. And even, there might be some people who comment like that's just part of law school. It shouldn't be. Because what part of being a lawyer means that I have to fucking deal with this?
It doesn't make sense.
Then it's just, like, we had a whole thing in our legal skills class about civility. You know why there's no civility? Because professors like that exist, and we just expect it to be, like, what we should expect. Because sometimes lawyers are dicks. But we need to stop making lawyers dicks. Well, maybe if we stop having dick lawyers teach lawyers to be dicks. You know what I mean? Like, it's very infuriating. And, like, he has redeeming qualities as a person. He's funny. Sometimes things that he, like, says really help comprehension. He'll make, like, really relevant references and such. But as a professor, like, he doesn't explain anything. He doesn't communicate properly. He also doesn't allow us to have tutors, which a lot of people need.
That's insane. Why wouldn't you allow that?
He canceled it. Like, for my criminal law, we don't have tutors either, but we knew that from the jump.
Right.
And so did our teaching assistant.
I see.
The teaching assistant fully planned tutoring. He said yes to tutoring, and then changed his mind.
You don't do
3
that.
weeks in.
You don't do that to students.
So anyway, if you are a professor, treat your students with the respect that they would treat you. I understand that, like, maybe I was quote-unquote challenging him because I called him out in front of the class, but I didn't do it in a rude way. I wasn't like, well, there was a typo, so I couldn't answer it. I was like, you see, this question confused me the most, but I understand because of the typo, but now I understand what you said. But he, like, talked over that part, so he got very defensive very quickly. And, you know, I think a big part of law school is breaking that chain of, like, professors don't need to be civil to you or care about your feelings. It's really fucky, if you ask me, and I just don't think that it's cool.
Right. I mean, and, like, you're going to learn how to, you know, win your argument basically too. So, like, this is, I mean, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, you know, because I feel like that's the most law school thing to do.
I know.
In this situation.
Do I have to go into Monstro and then get out of Monstro to get there? Okay, that makes sense. So anyway, bottom line is I'm going to talk to him in his office hours, and yeah, it may seem that I'm making a big deal over a typo, but it's much more than that. It's that I feel very disrespected, and I honestly feel, like, attacked by what he said.
Yeah.
The way he said it. That is, even if I was wrong, which I am not, that's my number one point.
Very clearly not wrong.
Number 1 point, I'm not wrong. Number 2 point, even if I was, that is not how you should talk to anyone.
No.
Especially a student who's still learning. In front of all of their classmates. You know?
No, that's ridiculous. It's very childish.
Exactly. Like, it's so defensive, and it speaks more to him than me. But it very much frazzled me. And, like, well, you're in law school, you're supposed to learn how to, like, deal with being frazzled. cool. That doesn't make it okay.
No.
Like, I think that's the main issue with law school, that we expect lawyers to just... There's a difference between thinking on your feet and being humiliated and having to recover from that. Because it's very difficult to recover when you're super humiliated.
Right.
And cold calling is just hazing, first of all. Like, there's a whole... People talk about it a lot, how your first year of law school is just torturous and hazing you into things.
Also bullshit.
The whole system's bullshit.
Yeah.
And while I'm in law school, I'm trying to fight that by fucking calling out professors like this. I don't want to go here.
What's this?
So not in the mood to deal with this. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a new world, everybody.
Another world.
Another world.
Okay, guys, we've realized. There was too much emotion in that, wasn't there?
There was. It was too rushed. Land where? In the sea? We'll drown.
Not with my magic. We won't. Just leave it to me.
Too many pauses, just straight.
God, I'm losing it.
So I hope I made it clear that, like, it's not about me being wrong, which I'm not, or, like, getting the question wrong. That's not my issue. My issue is, one, that I was correct, and two, I don't think that this whole thing about lawyers being hazed and people speaking to each other like that, yet expecting us to do better than that, is bullshit.
Yeah.
And
total
I
bullshit.
think people like that should be called out. Because if this is in the legal world, I would also fucking call him out there too, you know what I mean? I would be like, I don't like how you said that. And we'd be on an equal level, so he wouldn't want to talk to me that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys, it's fucking Ariel and Sebastian Flounder. We're under the fucking sea.
Sora's ripped.
I know, right?
Right, Flounder? I don't know.
Oh, look at him.
There's something weird about them.
His mouth like doesn't even move.
What do you mean?
Why is he... Yeah, what could possibly be weird?
A little different.
Are we a dolphin?
Oh my god, we're a dolphin.
I always thought we were a merman,
Me
but we
too.
have a fin.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Wild. Maybe that's why we could. So you can ride a dolphin in this world. Spoiler alert.
Oh,
Maybe
that makes
it's
sense.
because we're friends,
Yeah.
but we're also part person.
Makes a lot of
If you're a
sense.
lawyer, be civil to everybody. Be nice to everybody. There are ways to say somebody is wrong, even when they're fucking right, and not be defensive. Don't be defensive. Number one. Don't be defensive.
Yeah.
Accept if you are wrong and move on.
Exactly.
Okay, we gotta learn how to swim. Alright, left stick to swim around, circle to rise, square to dive, release them to stop rising or diving.
But then how do we cure anymore?
We'd have to hold this.
Oh, there's like a button to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So complicated.
It gets annoying when there's like currents and shit. Also, the camera's a little annoying, but
Yeah.
other than that, it's not difficult. It's just a little annoying.
Cool. Wait, why did it just go to the different camera angle for a second? Did it want you to swim there? Is that why? Oh, I see.
It's
I
like
see.
it shows you that he's swimming away.
That makes
Where
sense.
did he go?
You're doing great. You know, this feels like we're in like an editor and we're just like flying around the world. You know, like it doesn't feel
Like
like.
we're game testing.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we're in the. This is the actual
How'd you
game.
get this high?
Whoa.
So thanks for all listening to my rant, and I will keep you updated on how my talk with him goes.
Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
feel like it's either I'm gonna be super civil about it. I'm gonna completely make it personal. I'm not gonna bring
Yeah.
up anything except like how it made me feel, and that I'm right. Oh, we got some underwater heartless and shit.
Whoa.
That's wild. But I'll keep you all updated, and it's either he's gonna respect me more for it because it shows that I will fight vehemently for my client and for myself, or he's gonna hate me and think that I'm annoying. Either way, I'm proud of myself because I'm sticking up for myself, and
Yes, queen.
I think that's such a big part of going into a field like this. You need
Yeah.
to be able to, especially as a woman, men are probably gonna see you as a bitch, you know? And
Man, fuck them.
don't fuck them.
No.
I mean, fuck your way to the top always, but don't actually. But, you know, you have to be a bitch, you know?
Right.
That's how you get your way as a woman in such a competitive, male-dominated field, you know?
Yeah.
You have to be a bitch because many times you're gonna get stepped on. And also, just everyone stand up for yourself, you know?
Yeah, it's so true. You really make me proud. Like,
Thank
talking
you.
about all this makes me so proud of you. And just seeing you stand up
We'll
for yourself, I
protect
think
you.
it's amazing. So yeah, up to you if you want to do this now or not. You know, it's a good stopping point as well, you know?
We gotta have Ariel on our team.
That's wild. We probably won't, but that's cool.
No, we will not. I'm sure she's a bad bitch, but
I'm
we
sure.
will not. Is there any chest? Let me look around for a chest before I leave.
Yeah, let's see.
So I feel like you gotta be a bad bitch for yourself.
Yeah.
And this is me being a bad bitch for myself.
I think it'll just make you proud of yourself.
And I am. I'm so proud of myself for doing this, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just learning what's the worst that could happen. He hates me. That speaks more to him.
Yeah.
Because I'm being civil about it and I'm coming to him rather than blasting him in front of the whole class. Like, I'm coming to him to speak with him about it. And I hope it goes well, and I hope that we meet some common ground. And I just want him to say, oh, you were right, and I'm sorry that, like, it came out that way. That's all I'm asking for him. I don't even need him to be like, I shouldn't have done, like, just in a, even if it's in the superficial, like, I'm sorry it made you feel that way. I just want some recognition that, like, that's not cool.
Exactly.
So I may be overreacting over a typo, but I'm standing up for myself and what I believe in. And I encourage everybody else to do so as well. Because the worst is they hate you. And then that speaks more to them than it does to you, and you don't need them in your life. If I get a bad grade, like, I will fight it to the bitter end.
Of course. I love it so much.
But finals are supposed to be anonymous for this exact reason. So anyway, sorry I just ranted about that the entire time. I'm not sorry.
Amazing.
But thank you for all for listening to me ranting about it. And I hope I've inspired you and that you are in agreement with me that it is not okay to speak to somebody, especially a student, that way. And that, you know, you just stick up for yourself always and stay true to yourself, be proud of yourself, and don't let people walk all over you just because they're either in a position of power over you, someone you have to impress, or even just because you don't want to be a whistleblower. Whistleblowers get shit done.
Yeah.
Notice the flaws in systems and society and, you know, scream about them.
Yeah.
Do what you can to fight them even in little ways, because then that makes big impacts. And then you're used to doing it, and you can do more and more with it. Sorry you're just staring at this screen, but I thought it was important to give that
Very important.
last brief talk point. But we're in a new world, guys!
All right.
Sorry we weren't paying any attention to the story. We're in Atlantica. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day and a happy birthday. I love you all so much. Bye.
Bye.
I'm so proud of you. Thanks. Give me a kiss.